Good morning, everyone. EagleX from ATX EagleX Gaming here today, and I have our Market Watch. It's a little weird. I'm doing a Monday Market Watch. It's because I had all this together and I really wanted to do it, but this weekend I was in Indianapolis at the Pokemon TCG Regional. So, just to get this out there to say, if you guys do enjoy this content, I really would appreciate it if you can like, comment, subscribe. And at the end of the video, I will do the giveaway that I promised last week. And then I'll go ahead and do a new one for this week. So make sure you listen in the YouTube video for what the giveaway is going to be based around. So first things first, as always, I like to start the Market Watch with the sealed product. Sealed product kind of indicates where certain sets are value-wise, what to look for, see if there's cards that might be spiking. So if we look here, like obviously EX1, it's bad. But then you go all the way up. We see 1.0 boosters are at 151, guys. This is crazy. And the biggest reason why is we've had some cards spiking here. The Alt-Art Omnimon being one of them. Alt-Art Beelzemon being another one of them. And just because this is a large set, it's an old set, it's harder to pull certain cards. The cards in this case being Alt-Arts. And on top of that, Alt-Art Secrets. So Beelzemon, he's definitely justified to go up. Omnimon, he's justified to go up as a collector's card, not really as much as a playable card. But it's like the Alt-Art Omnimon of the first Digimon TCG set of this game. So I think it's very fair for these prices to go up in the boxes to reflect that as well. On top of that, we already know Magna Angemon, Beelzemon, and Lilithmons are all pricey to begin with. Especially like just regular Magna Angemon. He was like $41 a little bit earlier this week, and it's absolutely crazy. But that's just kind of like the overall sealed recap and why sets are going up. 1.0, it's just harder to find, and lots of the cards are going up because they're harder to find as well. But for my purchases for this week, guys, it's pretty simple. I buy cards every week because I feel like it's in a very good buy position. And because they're typically in the downtrend, which means you'll average a better price. But if they do go up, you're safe from spikes. So I think this is the last time I will be buying Suna promos for this Market Watch. In a little bit at least. And I also picked up some Alt-Art Memory Boosts. You can see my cart here from TCG Player. If we look at our inventory overall, these are the cards I'm holding on to both personally and in this Market Watch thing. I think we're at really good counts. I'm not going to pick up any more Suna promos because ideally I get things in play sets because you can sell things at a premium in play sets. And I'll kind of show you guys when I start selling stuff from this inventory to reinvest how I try to gain value. But at the moment, the inventory is valued at $209. We spent about $221. There's roughly a $12 difference, but that's because we've had shipping and sales tax. But after taking those into account, we've already gained over half of that back. So this will be a lot more impressive in the long run. So don't worry, guys. Hang in there. Now, did you guys look at the Fest promos? Or any of the Fest reprints yet? A lot of these cards are in pretty good spots to buy. Like a Pulsemon promo for $10. I remember when those cards were like a bazillion dollars, like $30, $40. Other things are notable. Stamped MUVs. I've sold a lot of those lately. Stamped Agumons. This is max rarity. He's shiny in foil. Looks nice. I don't think the stamp looks that bad or noticeable at all even. Palmons, they're solid. Upas, they're solid. Security Digis are solid also. But just some things to look for. And the Diabora stamps have gone down a lot. Now, I'm going to be covering BT8, guys. So, real quickly. BT8. This is what Digimon Meta has for their tier list. In the long run, I think it's going to be similar. I don't know about tier 0 for Yellow Hybrid. But this is what they have. Yellow Hybrid, Starter Deck Imperial, Starter Deck Maste, X Anti, Black WarGrey. And then you'll see with EX2 also, you got Blue Hybrid, Beelzemon, Gallantmon, D-Reaper, and Justimon. So the main ones I look after are the top 5 here. So let's go ahead and get started with it. So BT8, we're going to talk about some of the singles real quick. I'm trying to gauge some stuff here, and if I'm trying to figure out what a fair price is for some of these cards, if you're looking at buying early, one thing to keep in mind, market price is the average price people have been buying for. lowest listing is what's currently available. So if we look at this Magnamon alt art, we see the market price is 40. Someone's bought a copy on pre-sale for 40, but there is none left in stock, which means that the demand is outlasting the supply, which means the price should be increasing. So if I'm trying to understand what the price of this card will be at the moment, it's probably going to be in the $50 to $60 range. It's going to be higher than what the market price is because it's not available. And that's just like your basic supply and demand. Same thing with Chimeramon, same thing with Oriyumon. But we see Rapidmon here sitting at $40 for the alt art. With it available at $40, sure, it got bought, but it's available. And because it's available and not bought out, it's probably too expensive. So I can see this dropping to like maybe $20, $25 maybe. And that's what I look for when I'm trying to gauge pre-sale prices, get an idea. The Davis and Ken boxers, 25 pieces, is crazy. They're not going to be 25 a pop. They're easier to pull. But if you guys just look, and that, just be aware for like what's a fair price for anything. But I definitely think Magnamon, Oriyumon, and Chimeramon are cards to look out for. So next, we saw the Yellow Hybrid is Tier 1. Why is it Tier 1? Well, this is the core you see a lot of decks run. They run Salas, starter Patamons. So if you guys haven't seen, these have been spiking lately. And it's probably because of this deck. You run Rapidmon over Patamon, you gain a memory, so it costs is going to be 3 for Evos, Yellow Hybrid package to heal. Some level 6 that heals in the form of a Phanimon for new Digimon, or you could also use BT1 Seraphimon, the Yellow Hybrid Tamers, Susanoo for late game, Memory Boost, Wyverns, Holy Flame, Yellow Memory Boost for consistency. That's just kind of like what's becoming Yellow Hybrid now. And as I was saying, the patents, they're going up. They're like $3. Someone mentioned that in the comments last week, and I haven't responded yet, but it's a really good point to bring up. And not just in addition to that, but Holy Flame's also been going up. That's a 4 of in the yellow starter, guys. I mean, it's the only way to get it, but it's a really good card in the current hybrid format and in future formats. It just feels weird that yellow starter is starting to gain value after being so old. For a sealed one, it makes sense, but the singles are starting to follow up. But in the first 3 starters, other cards that I really want to point out. Kaiser Nail, we know it's a few bucks, but Kakaitis Breath got bought out, guys. Or bought up, I should say, because it's still in the market. But it's going up. And I'll cover that here in a moment for why that is. But if we look at other starter cards, there's nothing else super crazy. Like, everything else makes sense. They're either the 2 ofs that are super staple or exclusive to these decks. Now, BT8, we know, Magna Angemon. He's really good. He's a free call for match day. Just look out. If you guys are trying to get copies, get them sooner than later. They show a very strong uptrend scale for going up in price. Nokias, I've talked about these. I think they're still super solid, guys. Especially if you don't have the rare. Get your rares. The box toppers, I think they're cheap. VMons. We know, guys, this is a low price right now for VMons. If you guys don't have them, great time to pick them up. You can get a play set for $32 before shipping and fees. I think it's worth a scoop. Starter VMons being also a very solid price. And Suna promos, guys. Right now, this is a super solid buy if you're trying to pick them up, because it's going to be 18 times 2, $36 plus $4 shipping. It's going to be $40 still. But this is a good time to pick up these promos. We're starting to see a small uptick here. That means the supply is drying out eventually from the stores. And you see it's like lots of 1-ups as well, which means price will go up faster. And X antibody stuff. You guys remember when I told you Dorumon, like just a regular rare rookie, it's going to be solid? This guy's coming up. And he's going up pretty fast in price. I would not be surprised to see this guy at a few bucks in the near future. It's like, after you take shipping into account, this is like a $1 to $2 rare already. Because like $5 shippings, we're not paying $5 for a 50-cent rare. Realistically, you're going to be paying like $1 or $2 per copy now. But other X antibody cards, the Dorumon Rookie Rare alt art, he looks beautiful. He's very pricey. He's going to hold that price until X antibody falls off or we get a better alternative rookie. Next thing we're going to look at. So why are cards spiking? Star is returning, guys. Cicadas Breath is a 4 of. That's why we're seeing that card go up so fast. Howling Crusher. This is a card I talked about when it was like 50 cents. And I would never have predicted this card spiking so fast in price. Definitely buyouts happening with this. It is a niche printing as a 1.5 dash pack card. And it's like one of 2 fair or good dash pack cards now. But people are buying this for like $5 to $8, guys. You only need 1 copy in your deck. Just be aware, that's kind of pricey for an alt art. I would just get the regular art. It's like 5 cents, if that. If I'm trying to be smart with the wallet. Yeah, it's for a Star deck, though. Like, we can see blue Star is becoming super popular because there's lots of source-heavy decks, and if you can remove the sources, you're in a very good spot. So Star is a super solid secret to pick up. And we can see here Cicadas Breath, they're $5 a pop now for the regular ones, 32 for the Tamers, and 23 for the Championship ones. If you don't have them, I would be getting them soon. But if you don't like Star, maybe you're on Avenge Kid to be anti-meta. These stamps are another solid thing to look at, especially if Star controls the format, as this is like the biggest hate card towards the deck. Next deck, we're going to talk about WarGreymon X Antibody. We look here. Stack heavy deck. You're going to Evo. You go into the X Antibodies. You get extra search. You get extra draw. You get extra consistency. But if you look at the top end here, you got the BT1 WarGrey. We got Omnimon X Antibody. We got the Tie Tamer. You guys remember, we got screwed on Starter Deck 11. Our reprint for this is a 1 in 16 chance box topper. I would be very aware about this Tamer. He's not played a lot right now. He's playing some WarGrey decks, so you don't have to worry about getting him for the immediate time being, but for the future, he's a good pickup. The Greymon is a good pickup. His reprint got screwed over because Starter Deck 11 is probably not happening here in America. Roughly $18 a pop. It's not bad. And then the X Antibody, he's not in the starter deck, but he is a very good pickup because when you have the tall stacks from the X Antibody decks, you can negate multiple attacks with its opponent's turn effect. You just keep removing 2 sources and denying an attack, negating it. And something I didn't bring up, but I definitely should have, was the BT1 WarGrey. BT1 WarGrey is also a reprint in that starter deck. And a lot of people were anticipating that and dumping it. And because we're not getting it, you see his price is going up. So just be aware, if you don't have your copies of WarGrey, he's basically gone from the market. You want to get this sooner than later as well. And then next, we know about Grandis Quagamon. We know Grand Quagamon OTK. Well, there's not a lot of cards we can get that are like high dollar right now. But the ones that we can are important. The Palmons to give you jamming. There's going to be lots of big Digimon and security. We're back to a format in BT9 where you build stuff up. So Palmons, super solid. Grand Quagamons, they make the deck work. You need them for the Grandis. And it's just something I would look at. Price-wise, he's on the dip right now. So I think you could get it cheaper still. Just give it a little bit more time. And then Green Memory Boost Alt Arts. Last week they were like $3. They already are like $5 now. I think they're super underpriced. They look really nice too. And if you look, you have roughly like $3 to $4 shipping on a lot of them if they're like on the cheap end. So it's roughly a $5 to $6 alt art right now. Just be aware, this is a very good pickup for the long run because it's like a 4 of in like those decks. And then we have WarGreymon X Antibody. Just be aware, you got promos in this deck. 2 of these promos, only 1 printing of them is from the 1.0, 1.5 weird dash pack toppers where there's 1 in 3 chance of getting this and this together. WarGreymon is a 4 of, but he does have a few other arts. So the Guru, only 1 art printing. He's likely to spike and keep going up. WarGreymon, he'll go up slower, but he is needed as more quantities of. And we are getting a reprint of like the finalist ones technically in regionals coming up. And real quickly, I promise you guys, I'm going to be doing the giveaway. So this was from last week's video. I asked people to go ahead and comment thoughts on the Gatomon spike. It was weird. Well, I'm going to go ahead and William Burroughs, I really appreciate your thoughts on the MarketWatch. You are the winner for last week, so go ahead and shoot me a message on the Discord to me in a PM. You can connect to me, EagleX, on that Discord for the server. But I'll be sending you a pack in the mail. And for everyone who's still watching, I want to know, what do you think is the best pickup card right now in the TCG? With that being said, take care, guys, and have a nice day.